Florence County this morning, where hearts and minds heavy as friends, family, and those in the community saying their final goodbyes to investigator Farrah Turner. Earlier this month, Investigator Turner was among the deputies executing a search warrant at a home. This was at the Vintage Place neighborhood when officers there were met with gunfire. She, along with 6 others, were shot. Florence Police Sergeant Terrence Caraway died that day, and Investigator Turner among those wounded. She was in the hospital fighting for her life. Then, nearly 3 weeks after that ambush, she passed away from the injuries she sustained during that shooting. Right now, many in the law enforcement community and those from the Florence community gathered in Florence County as they remember the life of Investigator Turner. We go live right now to our Caroline Hecker. She is at the Florence Civic Center. Caroline, we were there earlier taking a look at services for Sergeant Terrence Caraway, and we saw a huge outpouring of support, and we don't expect anything less from the community today.
Well, we don't, and that is a perfect example of that. As we got here a little bit before 8 o'clock this morning, and there was already a line of people outside the door before that public viewing even began, waiting to pay their final respects. And unfortunately, like you mentioned, this is the second time that we've been here at the Florence Center in the last couple of weeks under these similar circumstances, and it just doesn't ever get any easier. Since Farrah Turner was hospitalized after that October 3rd shooting, we've caught up with many friends and family members who describe her as someone who is very passionate about her career in law enforcement and about this community of Florence. In particular, they tell me she was very passionate about helping the community's youth. She always would intervene and meet with people to make sure that they stayed on the right track. Now, Richland County Sheriff's Department Lieutenant Brittany Giacomonis was roommates with Farrah Turner in 2011 when she was at the Criminal Justice Academy. They lived together for 9 weeks. She tells me the world needs more people like Farrah, and that life without Farrah is going to be incredibly difficult. Aside from those who knew her, we've met up earlier today with people from the public who are here to pay their final respects. Let's listen to what they had to say.
Happy that I was able to be here and show my respects, and I'm just proud of what she's done for the community.
The memorial beginning to grow. There's stuffed animals, flowers, letters, cards, all sorts of things adorned on this sheriff's office car behind me in remembrance of Farrah Turner. This funeral about to get underway at noon, and coming up in the next half hour, we'll talk a little bit about Farrah Turner's impact on her alma mater, Lake City High School. Live in Florence, Caroline Hecker, WIS News 10.
Caroline, thanks. 74-year-old Fred Hopkins now faces 2 counts of murder and 5 counts of attempted murder following that shooting. To give you a quick recap here, WIS is in Florence as many remember Investigator Farrah Turner. A public viewing for Investigator Turner happening right now at the Florence Center. It's going to run until 11 o'clock. Her funeral will start at noon. She will then be buried at Florence Memorial Gardens.